Have you ever noticed how you can't stop eating after spending time in the cold? Your body is literally screaming for calories because something incredible just happened. You turned yourself into a fat-burning machine without even realizing it. I'm about to show you how strategic shivering could be the missing piece in your weight loss puzzle. And trust me, the secret I'll share at the end will completely change how you think about getting lean. 2 years ago, I was stuck. I'd tried every diet, every workout routine, every supplement promising quick results. Nothing worked long-term. I was 35 pounds overweight and felt defeated. Then, during a particularly brutal Chicago winter, I noticed something weird. After shoveling snow for an hour, shivering the entire time, I wasn't just tired, I was ravenous. But over the next few days, my clothes felt looser. That observation led me down a rabbit hole of research that completely transformed my approach to weight loss. I discovered that my body had been doing something remarkable during those freezing moments. It was literally melting fat to keep me alive. Within 6 months of implementing what I learned, I lost those 35 pounds and have kept them off ever since. Today, I'm going to share exactly what I discovered. Here's what most people don't understand about cold exposure. When you shiver, your body panics. Your core temperature drops and your survival systems kick into overdrive. Your body has two choices: shiver to generate heat through muscle contractions, or activate something called brown adipose tissue, also known as brown fat. Unlike regular fat that just sits there storing energy, brown fat is like a metabolic furnace. When activated by cold, it literally burns calories to produce heat. Studies show that just 2 hours of mild cold exposure can burn the same number of calories as an hour of moderate exercise. But here's where it gets really interesting. When you combine strategic shivering with calorie restriction, you're hitting fat loss from two angles. The cold exposure ramps up your metabolism, while creating a calorie deficit forces your body to tap into stored fat for energy. It's like having a metabolic accelerator and brake at the same time. When you restrict calories, your body goes through predictable phases. In the first week, you'll lose water weight as your glycogen stores deplete. Then, your body starts getting nervous. Your metabolic rate begins to slow down. This is called adaptive thermogenesis, and it's why most diets fail. Your hormones start shifting too. Ghrelin, your hunger hormone, increases while leptin, which signals fullness, decreases. Your body thinks you're starving, so it holds on to every calorie it can. This is exactly why people hit plateaus and eventually give up. But when you add strategic cold exposure to the mix, you're fighting back against this metabolic slowdown. The shivering response keeps your metabolism elevated even while in a calorie deficit. You're essentially tricking your body into thinking it needs to burn more energy to survive. Starting a shivering protocol doesn't mean jumping into an ice bath tomorrow. That's actually one of the biggest mistakes people make. They go too extreme too fast and quit within a week. Start simple. Take your normal shower, but for the last 30 seconds, turn the water as cold as you can handle. Focus on controlled breathing and resist the urge to tense up. Do this for 1 week. Week 2, extend it to 60 seconds. By week 3, aim for 90 seconds. The goal isn't to suffer. It's to trigger that shivering response consistently. You'll know you're doing it right when you feel that involuntary shaking and your body naturally wants to generate heat. For your diet, don't slash calories dramatically. Reduce your normal intake by just 200, 300 calories per day. Combine this with your cold exposure, and you'll see results without the typical metabolic crash that comes with extreme restriction. The biggest mistake I see people make is treating this like a sprint instead of a marathon. They'll do ice baths for a week, crash diet, then burn out completely. Consistency beats intensity every single time. I know what you're thinking. This sounds too simple, maybe even too good to be true. I felt the same way. But here's what convinced me. The research is solid, and more importantly, it works with your body's natural systems instead of fighting against them. You're not relying on willpower alone to stick to some impossible diet. You're using your body's survival mechanisms to your advantage. When you're shivering, you're not just burning calories in that moment. You're training your body to become more metabolically flexible. Studies from the Joslin Diabetes Center show that people who regularly expose themselves to cold have more brown fat and better insulin sensitivity. The New England Journal of Medicine published research showing that cold exposure can increase energy expenditure by up to 15% for the entire day, not just during the exposure. This isn't some fad diet that'll leave you metabolically damaged. It's working with millions of years of human evolution. Your ancestors survived ice ages using these exact mechanisms. Now for the secret I promised. And this is the game changer that most people completely miss. The real magic isn't just in the shivering itself, it's in what happens to your mindset when you regularly do hard things. Every time you voluntarily choose discomfort by stepping into that cold shower or taking that cold plunge, you're building what I call metabolic confidence. You start to realize that you can control your body's responses. You can push through discomfort. You can make choices that your immediate comfort-seeking brain doesn't want to make. This mental strength carries over into every other aspect of your weight loss journey. But here's the part that will blow your mind. The cold exposure doesn't just burn fat. It releases norepinephrine, which acts like a natural antidepressant and increases focus. You're literally becoming happier and more mentally sharp while losing weight. It's like upgrading your entire operating system, not just changing your body composition. Your homework is simple. Tomorrow morning, take a normal shower, but end with 30 seconds of cold water. Just 30 seconds. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Just do it. Track how you feel for the rest of the day. Notice your energy, your mood, your appetite. I guarantee you'll be surprised by what you discover. If this resonated with you, hit that subscribe button because I'm sharing everything I've learned about sustainable fat loss without the industry BS. And drop a comment below. Have you ever noticed changes in your appetite or energy after cold exposure? I read every single comment and love hearing about your experiences. Remember, the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Your fat-burning furnace is waiting to be activated.